Yay, goodbye to home. My trip to New York City by Stacey Wetherwax. I could barely get to sleep the Sunday night before our road trip to New York City. 6 o'clock p.m. And I was in bed, trying to fall asleep. Thoughts of going goodbye filled my mind and kept me awake. I didn't sleep a wink for the 2 hours until I took my meds at 8 p.m. Now, after I took those meds, I finally fell asleep, and I didn't have a single dream. My wake-up call was to come at 4 a.m., but it didn't, because the overnight Empower staff members failed to see a note that Pat left for them in the manager's office. Instead, Pat arrived and yelled at everyone for not waking me up. All this happened about 5 a.m., and Pat helped me get out of bed. Pat coming in stirred the whole house into a frenzy. I might have been late. I got up worried and scared, and I was thankful we packed my bags 2 weeks before the day of departing to New York. I had enough time to go to the bathroom, have some toast and coffee. It was stressful from the start of the day. Being late always causes stress, doesn't it? Robin came with the van, picked up Holly and I together. We picked up other friends from other houses. Going with me to New York were Robin, Holly, Cheryl, Ernestine, Cece, Carol, Patrina, Don, William, and Brandon. 2 vans transporting 11 people in total was loaded and ready for New York City. But before we left, we had to stop and get the van fixed up for travel at 7 a.m. Only half an hour it took to prepare the van, and we were finally on our way. I said yay, and knew that this was actually happening, and there was no turning back. I fell asleep on the ride, but woke up when we stopped for lunch at Wendy's. I was hungry. I had pop instead of coffee. But little did I know, the coffee I had for breakfast would be the last coffee until I got back home from New York City. I did not expect that to happen. After using the bathroom at Wendy's, we got back on the road and I didn't see anything worth looking at out the window, so I slept. After several hours of driving, we had to pass through 2 long, dark tunnels. No light to show the way, except for the lights of the cars passing through that tunnel. I felt scared in going through those long tunnels. I remembered going through a similar long, dark tunnel on a trip with Mom and Dad, but this tunnel was big. I learned later that one of the tunnels was called the Holland Tunnel, and it went under the Hudson River. The other was called the Lincoln Tunnel, and we had to pay tolls for using that tunnel, $15 per vehicle for just one way. Both tunnels were very scary, but we made it through. And by 8:45 p.m., we had found our way through cold rain to the hotel in New Jersey. The hotel's name started with the letter S. At the S Hotel, Holly and I shared a room together. We ordered pizza and had it in the hotel room. And by 10 p.m. we went to bed and I fell asleep quickly because of the day's hard travel. We had expected to arrive at the hotel much sooner, but we had stopped a few times along the way and become lost a few times too. Either way, I was glad to have arrived in the city, and the lights were very nice to see. We woke up at 6:30 on Tuesday morning and had oatmeal breakfast in the hotel room. I didn't have any coffee with the oatmeal, and right away I had to stick out my bottom lip at all of New Jersey. How can you have oatmeal without coffee? A cup of water and oatmeal. Leaving the vans parked at the S Hotel, we took the bus through the tunnel to Manhattan, where we planned to spend the day shopping and eating. We got off the bus, and I saw more places to buy things that I'd ever seen before. I bought a New York City t-shirt, a model of the Statue of Liberty, which now stands on the shelf in my bedroom. But still, no coffee to be found anywhere in the city. I saw people walking around with cups of coffee in their hands, but I had not a one. For lunch, we went to Fridays, where I had French fries and chicken fingers. After that, we went around the city and looked in store windows and shopped, and I had trouble getting into some of the stores where it was harder to get around at. We took the bus back to the hotel, back through the dark, scary tunnel, and then went to bed at 10 o'clock, without dinner, because we had eaten so much at Fridays. I was very tired and fell straight to sleep. The next day was Wednesday. We got up at 6:30 a.m. We had oatmeal and water for breakfast again, and I asked for coffee, but the staff said they didn't have any. There must have been a coffee shortage in New York City, and there I am, feeling desperate for a coffee fix, and having none at all. We went out of the hotel to the dock to take the ferry boat into Upper New York Bay, where I saw the city from the water. We unloaded off the ferry back onto Manhattan Island, where we took a bus to the NBC studio, where we were to have a tour at 10 a.m. I saw television cameras and equipment and sets for various television shows, none of which I knew at all. I bought a t-shirt from the NBC gift shop and still didn't find any coffee. For lunch, we left the NBC studio and went to a small pizza restaurant where I had cheese and pepperoni pizza, and it was good, but not the best I ever had. In fact, it wasn't that good at all. I had a cold pop, and that helped scratch my coffee itch, which was getting pretty itchy by the second day of having no coffee. After lunch, we were all charged up and ready to do some more shopping in the Midtown neighborhood that was home to Rockefeller Square. It was there that I saw the biggest Christmas tree I'd ever seen, but we didn't get to see it lit up because we had to go home before it got dark. While there, I bought another t-shirt, and this one had a picture of the Statue of Liberty on it, and a pretzel, and an apple. I never got to see the actual Statue of Liberty, and so the shirt and the model would have to do. And I know the real statue's much bigger than the one on my shirt and shelf, but don't give me any trouble about it. I tried to see the statue. So we all got back on the bus and went back to the dock to catch the ferry boat back to the S Hotel in New Jersey. We decided to have dinner at the hotel restaurant, which was very nice. I liked the place. I had a cheese sandwich and French fries, and another cold pop. We finished dinner, went back to our hotel rooms, where we went to bed again at about 10 p.m. While I slept, Robin was already packing up our clothes for the trip home in the morning. I woke up at 6 a.m. on Thursday and got dressed, and had another oatmeal and water breakfast. We all loaded up into the vans and left the S Hotel at about 7 a.m. to head for home. I was glad we didn't have to go through the tunnel again to get home. And after a few hours of driving, we stopped to eat tacos for lunch. Still no coffee anywhere. Nowhere. Back on the road to drive for a few more hours, and we stopped in Batavia to use the restroom. I thought of how my dad and mom met in the city of Batavia all those years ago before I was even born. Dad was from Batavia. I missed them while we rested there. We took a final stretch of the drive home to Sanborn, and by 5:30 p.m. on Thursday, I was back home at the Empower Group home in Sanborn, and it felt good to be home again, where I had a coffee at last, and it felt so good to have coffee again. I went to bed. I had to get up in the morning to go to Technology Today, where I sent a lot of messages about getting back from New York. I sent pictures to Alex and to Lisa and to others. The busy nature of New York City made it difficult to see the things I really wanted to see. I expected to see many more holiday and Christmas decorations, but being in the power chair made it very hard to get around. And I still saw a lot, and what I did see I liked, and it sure tired me out traipsing around the Big Apple like that. But if I went again, I'd go in July, when it was hot, and all the Christmas business was out of the way. Now get this. On Monday, December 17th, my coffee maker broke at the house, and I was back again to have no coffee. The next day, on Tuesday, when I came to Brock and saw Alex, the art teacher, he has the nerve to tell me that he's going to frickin' New York City the next day. For Wednesday, and he tells me, that jerk, he'll be staying in Brooklyn for 5 days where he plans to have 5 cups of coffee a day and send a picture of each cup. He was darn lucky he brought me in a coffee from 7-Eleven that morning, and I had to stick out my bottom lip for that news. Going goodbye. And to top it all off, Brock will be closed for the next 2 Tuesdays, Christmas Day and then New Year's Day, which is the Tuesday after that. That makes me so mad and sad. But those words don't really get to the root of how I feel. The only way to show how I feel is by sticking out my bottom lip. I hope the Holland Tunnel scares into coming home again sooner. My favorite part of the trip to New York City was leaving my home behind for a little while. How good it was to get out of the house, to be someplace different and exciting. I'll have to go shopping for a new coffee maker for the house. And the next time I go to New York, I'm packing the coffee machine and lots of coffee.